Hello and welcome to the qualifier race for the 5th event of the 2013 Utica Home Track Series season here at Watkins Glen, the closest track to the home track for the Utica Home Track Series. On this list are the drivers that need to qualify for today's event. We have about 25 cars here today, and they are battling for 8 positions. As I roll past, we get the race started. We're on pole for the qualifier event is Justin Benoit, and Justin Benoit is one of those drivers in the battle for the qualifier series championship. He's currently second in points. Now Justin Benoit, he has made a couple races in the Utica Home Track Series so far, but has not had too much success as we head into the first turn as the cars battle it out. Oh, it looks like Justin Benoit is going to lose the lead to Alex Tanker though, but we still have 5 laps in this event, and it looks like he will be in the show unless he drops out of this top 8. Nick Capps is going to have some trouble on the grid. A cut tire, or actually a couple actually, are going to put him on pit road, and that's going to take a while for him to get back on track. Unfortunately, Nick Capps might not make it again. Joshua Michaels is the 8th place car and the car to beat if you want to make it into the race. Joshua Michaels missed his first start last week at Rockingham. Now, the 13 car has made every race he's attempted, except for last week, so he's hoping to redeem himself in the number 13 car. All of the RGE Motorsports cars are in this race, which is not a good sign for the team, as they have had a pretty poor season thus far. The other 2 drivers are Rei Takita and Matt Duell. Alex Tanker is your race leader, and he made the race last week and had a great finish of 8th place. That was not enough to lock him in, so he's hoping that this week he can get himself locked in with teammate Brock McMahon. The 34 car has ran one other race this year. That was in the first race at Bristol. And that did not end well for him. He got, I believe, he was the dead last place car for that. He battles with John Cittadino going down the front stretch, but it looks like he doesn't have much to worry about because he's going to be in the race at the moment. He's just battling for points in the qualifier series championship. Joseph Bryant in this race, we saw Willie Decker almost go off track there. Now Joseph Bryant was locked in for a good while, but those poor runs have been kind of stacking up, and he has dropped out of the top 35. He's currently not in that top 8, but he's pretty close, as there is Joshua Michaels a couple spots in front of him. He's going to have to pass a couple cars though. Joseph Bryant, the teammate car to Seth Cole, not having the season he was hoping for, and he got into a couple of conflicts on track. A lot of wrecks, so it's kind of a learning experience for the number 80 car of Joseph Bryant. But he is going to have to try, as we have a lot of cars stacked going into the turn. And one of those cars is Rei Takita, car number 13X, a road race ace, but not doing well today. This driver is the leader of the qualifier racing series, which means that if the season were to end right now, she would be locked in for the first race of next season, which is a new rule implemented. Now, at the moment, she's currently running 4th to last to work her way down the track. RGE Motorsports, like I've said, has been having a pretty rough season. Oh, we have some contact between Dylan and more contact between Rei Takita and Chris Collins. Takita is in the gravel trap. Oh, that's going to really hurt Takita's runs. We go on board with Chris Kyle, car number 1, who just had horrible luck this year. He finally made his first start last week, but finished last. Now he has some damage on his car and probably won't make it today. The other 2 cars involved were Dylan Young and Alex DeMarco, with minor damage on both of them as well. So everyone's going to keep going, and speaking of keeping going, Nick Capps in car number 18 is back on track, and he's driving. Now, he is still listed on the lead lap, because all they had to do was some tire changes. I don't know what happened to that car on the grid, but they must have run over something. Car number 18 might be able to beat Rei Takita as they try and pull that car out of the gravel trap, but at the moment, it looks like Nick Capps is still not going to be able to race with his brothers and make his first career start. Andrew Robinson, car number 43, is running pretty well so far. Now, the road courses have been kind of good to him, if you want to call Megville good, as the 43 car has been able to make the race and qualify well for them. He was doing well in Megville until some wrecks put him back through the pack. Now, this will, if he makes the race, which at the current moment he is, he's right ahead of Joshua Michaels, he will be able to run in his second career start. Now, Michael Aurelio was in that top 8, but he has dropped out. That's how Andrew Robinson got in. We have reported that the 93 car is unfortunately having a problem. They have a drop cylinder, and that car has just been going snail's pace on the track. He's trying to keep it going, but it looks like the 93 car is done for today, which is a shame. He is a great driver, Michael Aurelio, one of the best road race aces, but this is looking pretty sad for the number 93 car. Something has gone wrong on that motor, and he's holding up the rest of the field, so not making a lot of friends on the track today, as Michael Aurelio has ruined a lot of these drivers' races back there by holding them up. Now we have to take a look at Jake Smith's car number 87. He and Esteves Cortez are the two cars just outside of that 8th place spot. Now they are a little bit away from the 43 of Andrew Robinson, as Michaels has made the pass, but maybe they can try and help each other to that point. Now, not known for teamwork between these two are trying their best. Now, Jake Smith had a great run last week in North Carolina. Unfortunately, the pit stops really messed him up and made him finish 19th, so not as good of a run as he would hope to have. He almost won the race, but fuel strategy did not play in his favor. John Cittadino, car number 72, he missed the Zandvoort race. He technically missed the North Carolina race, but replaced Willie Decker, so he was still able to run. Now it looks like he'll be able to make it at his home track at Watkins Glen. He's not from the Watkins Glen area, but this is the closest that this series gets, as we do not run at Utica Rome Speedway. Now John Cittadino, the number 72 car, battling for this win, but he's more concerned with winning the actual championship, not the Qualifier Series championship. He's just trying to make sure that number 72 car crosses the finish line in the show. Now Robert DeFrank, car number 06, is currently in the show as well, as he battles with Joshua Michaels and Andrew Robinson, but this has not been a good run for the 06 car thus far. He made the race last week, but had a horrible car throughout. It was pretty slow and off the pace. I think Josh LeMayo might have an edge on Robert DeFrank. He'll have the better on points accumulation. But Robert DeFrank, car number 06, still trying as best as he can. Maybe he can actually win himself a race if he's lucky. He's driving the number 06 Remind Me Dodge, which is a game by Capcom. Capcom, a sponsor of the Gas Tank Engineering Incorporated team. Take a look at the other two cars that are locked in while we're on the final lap here. Dylan Ogo, car number 95. He started off the season okay, but he had trouble in Zandvoort, which prevented him from qualifying there. He's missed the Rockingham race as well, but he's here today and he's running well, and he might be able to race with Austin Ogo, his brother. I believe this might be the first time the Ogo brothers will be in the same race together. Vladimir Petrov, car number 09, is the other driver that's going to make this race today, as he sits in 4th, and it doesn't look like anything bad will happen to him. The 09 car of Petrov is one of the best road race aces, and it's only a matter of time before he gets that win. So he's happy to make it in the race for the number 09 team. This car failed last week with Alex Allen, and that finishes up the qualifier event today. Let's take a look at the cars that are going to be in your show. Alex Tanker, John Cittadino, Justin Benoit, Vladimir Petrov, Dylan Ogo, Joshua Michaels, Robert DeFrank, and Andrew Robinson are all going to be racing on Saturday at the Watkins Glen event. Now let's take a look at the unfortunate drivers that were unable to qualify for today's event. Jake Smith, Esteves Cortez, Joseph Bryan missing his first race, Winnie Paskick, Matt Duell, Joe Martin in his final start before Nicky Allen comes back, Dylan Young, Alex DeMarco, Connor Atwood, Willie Decker, Dylan White, Chris Kyle, Brian Benoit, Jerry Guerra, Michael Aurelio, Nick Capps, and Rei Takita. Now let's take a look at the Qualifier Series standings. And leaving this race, I think we know who the point leader is. Justin Benoit with a huge lead over Rei Takita. Jake Smith is in 3rd, followed by Matt Duell, Andrew Robinson, Julian Kenneblez Jr., Esteves Cortez, Vladimir Petrov, Chris Kyle, and Alex Tanker. Julian Kenneblez Jr. is currently on a locked-in staff, so he's not accumulating any points for this series. Well, the race is going to be on Saturday, so I will hope to see you there for the Watkins Glen event. Have a good day.